Stephen Reuther was born a long, long time ago, in a world that looked very different from the one we know today. Imagine a time when families gathered around the dinner table every night, when kids played outside until the streetlights flickered on, and when the idea of a smartphone was pure science fiction. Stephen's story begins in the heart of post-war America, a place filled with hope, change, and the promise of new beginnings. Okay, not that long ago, at least not to the people who remember it, but to anyone born after the turn of the millennium, it might as well be ancient history. Still, Stephen's childhood was filled with the same laughter, curiosity, and dreams that kids have today. He was born on October 3, 1959, a date that now feels like it belongs to another era. The world was on the cusp of the swinging 60s, and Stephen was just taking his very first breaths. That's before the internet. Can you imagine a world without Google, without social media, without even color television in every home? Back then, information traveled slowly, and people connected face-to-face, not through screens. But even in those simpler times, one thing was already capturing Stephen's imagination: movies. He grew up loving the magic of the silver screen, the way stories could transport you to faraway places and introduce you to unforgettable characters. He probably watched them on a black and white TV, the kind with dials you had to turn by hand, and maybe even a little static on the screen. Families would gather together, sharing the experience, laughing and gasping at the same moments. Maybe he even had popcorn, popped on the stove, the buttery smell filling the house. It was a simple pleasure, but one that made movie nights feel special. Reuther didn't become a movie star. He wasn't the one in front of the camera, dazzling audiences with his smile or dramatic monologues. Instead, he worked behind the scenes, where the real magic happens. He was part of the team that brought stories to life, making sure every detail was just right, even if his face never appeared on the big screen. He helped make movies happen, guiding projects from the first spark of an idea to the final cut. His work shaped the films we love, even if we never saw his name in lights. And he helped people watch them too. Thanks to Stephen, countless audiences experienced the thrill of cinema, the joy of a shared story, and the wonder of seeing dreams projected onto a giant screen. He was important, even if he worked in the shadows. Even if most people don't know his name, Stephen Reuther's legacy lives on in every film he touched, in every audience he moved, and in the quiet, powerful way he helped shape the world of movies from behind the curtain. Reuther started in the mailroom. That's how a lot of big shots start. He worked hard. He learned everything about the movie business. He knew how to pick good movies, and he knew how to get people to watch them. He worked for different companies. He learned more at each one. He became successful. He helped make small movies into big hits. Among the many films that have left a lasting mark on pop culture, few are as beloved as Dirty Dancing. Released in 1987, this movie quickly became a sensation, capturing the hearts of audiences everywhere with its unforgettable story, iconic dance scenes, and timeless romance. You know the one, Dirty Dancing. It's the film that made everyone want to learn the mambo, and it's impossible to hear "I've had the time of my life" without picturing that legendary lift. Starring Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey, the movie's chemistry, music, and choreography made it an instant classic. But behind the scenes, producer Alan Reuther saw something special in Dirty Dancing from the very beginning. He believed in the story, the cast, and the magic they were creating. While others doubted its potential, Reuther was convinced it would be a hit. He worked tirelessly to get the film into theaters, overcoming obstacles and convincing distributors to take a chance on this unique project. His determination paid off, and Dirty Dancing finally made its big screen debut. The response was overwhelming. Audiences flocked to see it, critics praised its charm, and soon, Dirty Dancing was more than just a movie. It was a cultural phenomenon. Reuther's efforts helped turn it into a massive success, earning awards and accolades along the way. The film raked in millions at the box office, far surpassing expectations. Its soundtrack topped charts, and merchandise flew off the shelves. Dirty Dancing became a household name, and its financial success was undeniable. Decades later, people still gather to watch Dirty Dancing, at home, at parties, and even at special screenings. Its legacy endures, reminding us all of the power of believing in a story, and the magic that happens when everything comes together just right. Reuther didn't just work in theaters. He also helped movies get onto videotapes. Remember those? Big, clunky things. But back then, they were amazing. You could watch a movie at home, anytime you wanted. Reuther knew that videotapes were the future. He helped companies like Vestron Pictures release their movies on video. He helped make it easy for people to watch movies at home. On October 7, 2018, the world lost Stephen Reuther. His passing marked the end of an era for many in the film industry, and for those who knew him personally, it was a deeply felt loss. Stephen was more than just a name in the credits. He was a visionary, a mentor, and a friend to many. He was only 59 years old when he passed away, which is far too young for someone with so much more to give. His absence left a void, not just in the hearts of his loved ones, but in the creative world he helped shape. Despite his early departure, Stephen's influence on Hollywood was profound. He was a driving force behind some of the most memorable films of his generation, working tirelessly behind the scenes to bring stories to life. He played a key role in creating movies that have become part of our cultural fabric, films that make us laugh, cry, and think. His dedication to storytelling helped shape the movies we all know and love today. Stephen's work didn't just stay on the big screen. He helped bring those unforgettable stories into our homes, making movie nights special for families everywhere. Whether it was through DVDs, streaming, or television, his efforts made it easier for everyone to enjoy great films together. Even if we don't always see his name in lights or on the marquee, his legacy is felt every time we sit down to watch a movie. The magic of cinema owes much to people like Stephen, who work quietly behind the scenes. Stephen Reuther was, in every sense, a Hollywood hero. He championed new ideas, supported creative voices, and inspired those around him to dream bigger. His passion for film was contagious, and his impact will be felt for generations. The way we watch movies today, on our phones, in theaters, or at home with loved ones, has been shaped by his vision and hard work. He helped make movies more accessible and enjoyable for everyone. So as we gather to watch our favorite films, let's take a moment to celebrate Stephen Reuther's lasting impact. His legacy lives on in every story that moves us, every laugh we share, and every memory we make at the movies.